All right, Mike, you ready?
Yep.
Coming down in 3, 2.
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
Who gives a fuck? I don't care if you personally kick Candace Owens and her stinky
cray.
No good thing starts with, I was thinking about my ex.
He ain't learned his lesson. That's a brother ain't gonna learn shit.
I know this is gonna be about you, and I don't care.
Let's keep this shit funky.
Hey, yo, what's happening? What's craculating? What's unpopping, good people? Welcome to the Unpoppin Show, home of unpopular opinions. I'm T-Storm, and as always, joined by my brother, my partner in crime, DJ Mike Swift.
What's cracking? What's happening? On your way in, please pay the cost of admission. Hit the notification bell. Leave a like, a comment if you feel so inclined. And please subscribe and share with your friends and family so they can laugh at these jokes.
Yeah. And jokes it is. We talk about some serious stuff, but we also have interesting people that tend to join us on this show. And today is no different. We have a very interesting and about her business sister, man. I met the sister. I was in Atlanta earlier this year. And another a friend of Mike's from a certain establishment introduced me to this young lady. She's a professional, a women's football player for the Atlanta Phoenix. Please welcome Dime. What's happening?
What's up, y'all? How you doing?
Good. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. We have been talking about doing this for a while.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. Now, as we get into it, I was just curious about how you got into playing football. Like, what was the...
Well,
Say again?
Oh, no, you can go ahead. I'm sorry.
Are you there? Okay, there we go. You froze. Yeah. You have froze.
Sorry about that.
Nah, all good. So you're playing, you play for the Atlanta Phoenix. What position do you play?
I am a cornerback, so I'm on defense.
And that's full contact.
Yes, so I play full contact football for the Atlanta Phoenix. I know when I normally say that, most people like, oh, is that the lingerie thing? And it's like, no, I don't play lingerie.
although Dime looks well. She looks good in lingerie. I've seen a couple of pics.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, continue. I'm sorry.
But yes, it's fully padded like your regular football, college or NFL, if you may. But we're fully padded and we play just like the men or boys, shall I say. Mm-hmm. It's really fun. It's really fun.
How'd you get into playing football?
Well, it's crazy how that happened only because I'm a basketball player. I played college basketball. I've been playing basketball since I was 6 years old. So football I've always had a thing for football, but I didn't know I could play. Like I've known the game, but I mean, at least I thought I did into actually playing. But I moved to Atlanta maybe 2016 for grad school. And I saw that there were women playing football and I would always inquire, but I'm like, I should go to a football game first just to see if I like it, to see if that was something I could handle.
Gotcha.
I never went to a game, by the way. I was just like, maybe this is just out of my league, So I actually ended up talking to former players and I was like, I wanted to join like a sisterhood, something different. And I went to try out and it's been history ever since.
That's what's up. That's dope. That's super dope.
Yeah.
And Mike, Dime she got a crew. It's 3 of them that be terrorizing other women on the field. The trifecta.
I think I saw some clips of some heads getting busted.
Oh,
and I was like, I'm not ready for that. Like, I was like, man, they're no joke.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, in a trifecta, it's different. So I'm the only one on defense. They're on offense.
Okay.
So one of them, her name is Mel. She's the quarterback. And then you have JK. She's the running back. So they're the generals of offense, and I got the defense on my side.
Where do y'all play? Where can folks come see some games?
Decatur High School. So we're currently actually about to start tryouts for our 2023 season. So season doesn't really start games until April of next year. So we're actually about to get back started. We're currently playing flag football right now, just to keep us, in shape and together and on our P's and Q's to make sure we're ready.
That's so
I'm not
dope,
mad.
man.
I ain't
Yeah,
mad.
that's real dope. Yeah,
Shout
man.
out to Big Traffic.
Look, I
See
know
those-
some jump off. I know who to call now.
Right. That's right. Yeah, we had a ball. We hung out. I think it was some hookah lounge, whatever, some hookah spot. We was hanging out.
It was Octopus Lounge.
Yeah. Had a good old time in there. Had a couple of drinks. I did do hookah. I don't normally smoke hookah, but I was hanging with y'all, so I did some hookah with y'all. It was actually, I had a fun night. It was a fun night.
Yeah, it was fun. Very fun.
So, Mike, do you keep up with what's happening in the news like normally? Like, are you watching?
Look, so, and I'm trying to dance around this a little bit. I watch a lot of news, a lot of local news, Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So even some of the stuff that I watch, it's just kind of in and out because there's so much coming in.
Mm-hmm.
But you would hit me on some stuff earlier, and I'm not in the loop on it. I'm not read up on it. I feel bad about it. Can you get me caught up?
So there's a situation that's been happening. There are two governors in particular. One out of Texas. I forget the governor from Texas' name. And then there's the governor out of Florida, Ron DeSantis. They both have been, and these are border towns, right? They're on the border of Mexico, and so they have immigration issues that come in, and those two states are both red states, and they have taken the position and have started shipping, like busing migrants to other cities, other like democratic cities. So like they sent up. The governor of Texas just sent up a bunch of folks from Texas to New York City. DeSantis sent a plane of like 50 people, 50 people to Martha's Vineyard, just flew them and dropped. And they're not giving anyone heads up. They're not calling ahead of the cities to the governors or the mayors of the cities that they're sending them to. They're just sending people and tricking these folks to get on the planes and buses as they go. So now, our governor here in New York, Eric Adams, has been accommodating, and this is I forget the term, but basically, if you need shelter, you get shelter here in New York, right? So, and he's not turning them away. He's like, we're gonna help. This is a humanitarian crisis, and we need all hands on deck. And so they've been doing all they can to, and they've alerted the federal government. But the fact that these governors from Texas and Florida are doing this intentionally to try to make sure that there is no help on the other end when they get to their destinations. It's just absolutely cruel. The governor from California, what's his name? Governor Newsom. He made a statement not too long ago about this. He made a statement. He made a statement not too long ago calling out Ron DeSantis in particular because he has kids. Because they're sending, we're talking about children, both women, men, and children that they're sending. This is what he had to say.
Those migrants are used as pawns to humiliate and dehumanize. What Ron DeSantis is doing is a disgrace. It's almost monstrous. And I say that not lightly. I say that quite thoughtfully. He's got kids. I have kids. You saw those young girls with backpacks, no older than his children, my children, being used as political pawns. And now he's using it to fundraise, to raise money. It's disgraceful. He's a disgrace. What these governors are doing are disgraceful.
So
it needs to stop.
Yeah.
So, all right. Because I like to understand what's happening before I get all riled up. Why now? Why is he doing this now?
I believe it's it's part of the game of politics for them.
And they think that's going to work in their favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to play out. I don't think that's going to play out the way they think it's going to play out, right? Because look, I think people have they lean politically one way or the other, right? And they typically, get behind the team that's their team. But when you start getting children involved, that's a whole different thing. That is a whole different thing. Like, I can totally see, hardcore Republicans going, nah, I ain't with that, and voting different.
Mm-hmm.
That dirty pool, man. Ugh.
It's very cruel. It's terrible. One of the asylum seekers that came up from Texas to here in New York, actually committed.
Oh no.
That was reported as of today. Today is the 19th, September 19th. At the New York Post, Politico reports, a woman seeking asylum died outside of New York City homeless shelter. Mayor Adams said Monday. Thousands of asylum seekers we have seen arrive in our city came to this country seeking a better life. Sadly, though, yesterday an asylum seeker in one of our facilities took her own life, unquote. Our hearts break for this young woman and any loved ones she may have. We as a city mourn her. This tragedy is a reminder that we have an obligation to do everything in our power to help those in need. This is this is the game that these cats is playing. Now, mind you, folks, we don't usually get all political on here, but this is not even politics. You're playing with human lives.
Yeah, that's just gross.
Yeah, man, it's terrible, man. It's horrible, and I hope, like, DeSantis is trying to he wants to run for president.
Good luck with that.
He wants to run for president, and he doesn't seem like a real bright one. But he wants to run for president. He's like a baby Trump. Seriously, he actually looks more like a baby Trump. Like, it's disgusting. just less orange. He always has this dumb look on his face. He's like a mouth breather.
Oh,
that just happened to get elected to office. He always has that stupid look on his face, like, and like this. You expect to see drool on his shirt at all times. Like that's what Ron DeSantis looks like to me. If I had to describe him. Do you have any feelings towards this?
I mean, it's like you said, it's not really politics. It's playing with like human beings. I'm not really into politics, and I've actually stopped watching the news maybe almost a while ago, only because the news nowadays is very depressing. Like, it's never nothing good. So, I mean, most of the things that I find out, which I've heard about this situation, I think the last thing I've seen is the Texas governor sending people to Kamala's house.
Yes, that happened as well. That happened
too. So
yep.
Like I didn't know more in depth until you just stated the things that you stated, and to send people without them knowing where they're going and expecting someone to just help is absurd to me. I don't think it's okay at all. But it's kind of touchy situations when it comes to politics. So.
Did we talk? We didn't talk about the Martha Vineyard situation, right, Mike, before?
Nah.
So there's an attorney that broke it down, that really broke it down.
I saw that video.
Attorney for the...
You have that queued? You got that audio queued?
I do.
Because she was very passionate.
Accounts from the migrants who arrived last night make it clear that they were lied to again and again and fraudulently induced to board the planes. They were told there was a surprise present for them and that there would be jobs and housing awaiting for them when they arrived. This was obviously a sadistic lie.
It's human trafficking.
Not only did those responsible for this stunt know that there was no housing and no employment awaiting the migrants, they also very intentionally chose not to call ahead to any single office authority on Martha's Vineyard so that even the most basic human needs arrangements could be made, ensuring that no help awaited the migrants at all was the entire point. They were provided with a cartoonishly simple map of Martha's Vineyard and the United States and a brief brochure containing snippets from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts website and instructions to change their address with USCIS when they relocated. This is especially troubling as anyone with even the most basic understanding of the immigration proceedings knows that USCIS was not the agency with whom the migrants would have to record their addresses and has nothing to do with their cases in any way. It is clear that this was an intentional attempt to ensure that these migrants were removed in absentia when they failed to change their address with the proper agency. This was a purposeful derailment designed to prevent people from complying with federal immigration policies. This is problematic because the state should not be interfering with federal immigration policy.
She's pissed off. Huh?
She
Before
is.
they boarded the planes,
Yeah.
the migrants were processed by agents of the Department of Homeland Security who listed falsified addresses on the migrants' paperwork. Agents apparently chose random homeless shelters all across the country, from Washington to Florida, to list the migrants' mailing addresses,
Crazy.
even when told by the migrants that they had no address in the US. According to the paperwork provided to them, the migrants are required to check in with ICE office nearest to the fake address chosen for them by DHS or be permanently removed from the United States, with some required to check in as early as this coming Monday.
Wow.
It could not be clearer that this is an attempt to ensure that these people are ordered removed, even as they try as hard as they can to comply with the instructions provided to them. There is no other reason to list as someone's mailing address a homeless shelter in Tacoma, Washington, when they ship him to Massachusetts.
Cruel.
Wow.
She is a great attorney, and she did that with passion and so eloquently. But it was a long way of saying they got set up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. I really hope, because now they're investigating all of this. That their basic rights were violated and sent across the country on false pretenses.
So now here's the question: do you really think anything is going to happen?
I think there'll be some laws. I think some laws will be passed. I think some laws would ultimately be passed, set up and passed, so that can't happen. So that can't happen again. I think go ahead, Don.
I was going to say, I think it's going to take a while for that. Even if they do decide to make laws, it takes them entirely too long to put stuff like that in order, like to set it. Maybe in a few years. I will give it 2 years minimum. And I still think that's pushing it.
Best case scenario, both these governors lose their jobs the next time they apply for it.
Look, I think, and please don't mistake what I'm about to say as I'm okay with this on any level.
Mm-hmm.
I think if a law is passed, it'll be a law with a loophole, because I think both sides play dirty pool. And they need to be able to have something that they can use to play dirty against the other one if they need to. I think and I think I've said this on the show before. The system itself is bigger than any other side. And the system doesn't really work when big people fall. So they'll do something dirty. People will be mad about it. But the public's memory for outrage and this type of stuff is very short. It'll be something else in a week for people to be mad about, and they'll forget about this. I don't really think anything's gonna happen.
Think so?
I don't. I don't think nothing's gonna happen, bro.
That's a horrible.
Especially with something like this, people remember what they want to.
Yeah. Well, it's a horrible game with people's lives, man. That's really funked up, and I hope a governor mouth breather loses his gig.
You call him governor mouth breather.
Straight up. And lose badly too. Just like he got 2 votes. It was him and his wife. Not even his wife, him and his side chick. Because You know he got a mouth breathing side chick.
Why you dragging her in this? She ain't do nothing.
Listen,
She just trying to come up.
just trying to come
Oh
up.
man.
Every time they catch up, she got drool on her shirt, and it's not hers.
Oh. This is an alleged side chick, everyone. This is an alleged side chick.
It's an imaginary side chick. Actually, who am I kidding? He's lucky he's married. Okay, so
So I think I'm getting from this that you're not a fan of his.
I love the brother. I love him in the way that God loves us all. Other than that, him. Is that too far? Did I go too far?
It's okay. I'm gonna take that out anyway. It's fine.
Okay.
We won't get the F-bomb in there.
All right. We need something a little lighter. What you got, Mike?
All right. So I sent you a clip of a video, and it's definitely lighter. It's a gentleman. I can't remember the name of his channel. Flecka's Talk. I stumbled across this channel on YouTube. I fell into a YouTube hole.
Flecka?
And yeah.
What the fleck is that about? Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
Well,
I couldn't resist.
He basically goes on the street and he asks people questions to see if they can answer the questions. So I thought before we played the video to see how the public fared, I could play this game with you two. I could ask you these questions and see if you get them right.
Oh, Lord.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you now. No.
These are not difficult questions. These are not
and
difficult
usually
questions.
those are the ones that make you look real stupid.
Make you think, right? Make you
Like,
think
you
like, I know it, but
like, I know that-
goodness,
that's
right on the
something-
spot.
Yeah,
I'll say this. When I watched the video, I answered every question right.
Okay.
And didn't even really have to think about it hard. It was like, oh, right? So it's not difficult questions. You ready?
Okay.
All right.
Oh man.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go with it.
Question 1. Do you know when the U.S. was founded?
I have no idea. I don't the exact date.
No, a year. Just a year.
1872.
Don?
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
I don't know.
All right.
I think we both got that one wrong.
Number 2. Who fought in the Civil War?
I know this one. Okay. Slaves.
That is actually true, but
Thank
not
you.
the answer I was looking
God.
for. The sides.
Okay.
Which side versus what side?
That was North and South.
Correct. Do you know how many continents there are?
Oh,
7.
Nice.
Damn. That's right. We go with the one that graduated college. Let's go.
How many states make up the United States?
That's a true.
52.
It's
Actually, it's 50 and 2 territories.
It's 50 and 2 territories, right?
Yeah.
because Puerto Rico doesn't count.
Puerto Rico
And
is
what's
a
the-
territory.
What's right? Puerto Rico doesn't count and as a state. And what's the other territory?
Guam.
I wouldn't have guessed that one.
Look at me, I'm like, I'm sorry, I put them together.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
but you were actually more right. You got bonus points. You was right plus bonus points.
Yeah. Shout out to our folks in Puerto Rico though. They're going through it right now. You know that.
Yeah, for sure. The
storm is-
floods.
Yeah, and they lost the whole island lost power. So our prayers are with our folks out there in Puerto Rico.
Do you know who the president is right now?
Joe Biden, Uncle Joe.
Joe Byron. It's Joe Byron. If you could talk to Joe Byron right now, what would you say? What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Do you know who the vice president is right now?
Come on, son.
Kamala Harris,
Yes.
HBCU graduate.
Yeah.
What's the capital of the United States?
Come on, man. That's gotta be Baltimore.
Oh, please.
Close.
The The capital. Okay. No, okay. This is going to be controversial. Well, go with me here. The capital of the United States is New York City. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that Washington, D.C. is the actual capital. But what I learned from watching Hamilton is that they set up Washington, D.C. as the capital, but all the business, all the money, still comes out of New York.
Okay. What is 3 times 3 times 3?
12.
No.
27.
Yes.
Yes.
T.
I figured I was gonna say hard and strong.
T. Let me borrow some money.
Sure,
you ain't gonna be able to count how much you get back.
3 times 3 times 3. Yeah, that's 12. That's easy. Come on.
We're almost there. How many make up 1 dozen?
12. I had that one right.
I was gonna say
See,
2.
that's what it was. I saw into the future. That's what happened.
How long is 1 decade?
10
10
years.
years. Yeah.
Who was the president before Trump?
Come on, son.
Obama.
Black man. Black man is God.
And last but not least, what country is Mount Rushmore in?
It's Rushmore.
The U.S., bro.
Is it in the U.S.?
Well, there you go.
Mount Rushmore? Okay, see, I've actively made myself look foolish.
So those questions were not very hard. There were a couple in there, right? Please play the video so we can see how dumb Americans are.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Do you know when the U.S. was founded? Take a guess. Around when?
Probably like, I don't know, like 1901?
Yes. Very good.
And he says yes.
It's around there, but I'll give it to you. Who fought in the Civil War?
I don't know.
Do you know how many continents there are?
No.
How many states make up the United States?
How many states make? Dude, I know this.
You know this.
I do. That's crazy. I don't want to do this shit.
Say a number. Say a number.
I don't know.
No, you do know this. You
do
know this. Do you know who the president is right now?
Joe Biden.
Do you know who the vice president is right now?
The black lady.
He's right and wrong at the same time.
How many states in the United States?
Yeah.
29, I guess.
What?
29?
I guess. I'm not sure.
He has a.
Yeah,
he
know
has
how many
a.
states make up the United States?
Hold on. I have to mention for the folks that can't see this. He asked how many states. He was wearing a cap and gown.
He just graduated in his cap and gown, and he don't know how many states in the United States. Listen, it's okay to not know things, but dumb people become doctors too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, they become president as well.
Everything.
A lot of them become governors, as we see in Florida.
Texas.
Okay.
You know what the capital is?
Oh,
United States?
Harrisburg.
Oh my God.
Harrisburg, what's that?
Who fought in the Civil War?
The Civil War?
She looks lost.
Wasn't it? What's his name? Kennedy?
Yeah, Kennedy against who?
She said Kennedy. Uh-huh.
You know what the capital of the United States is?
No.
You know what 3 times 3 times 3 is? No. Yes, you do, man. Take a guess.
Can I think about it?
Yeah, go ahead. How many make up 1 dozen?
How many make up 1 dozen? How many what?
Like how many eggs are in 1 dozen?
10.
How long is 1 decade?
1 decade. No idea.
Do you know who the president was before Trump?
She has a dumbfounded look on her face.
No.
Who's the president of the United States?
Biden?
Who's the vice president?
I do not know.
We in trouble.
The current vice president.
These are young
We've
folks.
been in trouble.
I know who it is, but I can't guess his name.
Do you know what 3 times?
Oh,
His name, the vice president, his name.
Uh-huh.
that's what she said. And here's the funny thing. These are attractive people.
Uh-huh.
These are attractive people. Like you would say, oh, they're so cute. And
And they're all relatively young. This is my fear. We gonna be old in nursing homes. And that's who gonna be left to run things. I'm
This is the
scared.
world, man. People
I'm scared.
You know what? Things to say.
And look, to be fair, it makes a better video to show all of the people who got it wrong. I'm sure he talked to some people who got it right. But my God, they asked like several questions of the same people, and they couldn't get the number of eggs in a dozen and the number of states in the United States. These are not terribly difficult questions. And the one that everybody seemed to miss, the U.S. being founded, it was 1776.
1776.
I was going to say 1770, but God, I would have been off.
Well, okay, so when did Columbus sail the ocean blue?
Oh, I don't know.
We got him. God, we got him on one. Yes.
You got me on that one because I stopped paying attention to that a long time ago.
How many colonies was it?
13.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the first one was. What was the first colony?
York.
I don't remember. But look, I can't celebrate Columbus. I'm sorry.
No. I'm just saying. It's the rhyme.
How you discover something where people already at?
It's the American way. What are you talking about?
That's how they do. That's how it goes.
I'm gonna go discover somebody's house when I get off this podcast.
I mean, when I was younger, we used to discover other people's girlfriends. Mike, don't. we did that.
Oh my God.
Look, nowadays she belonged to the streets. Back then she belonged to the ocean blue.
Notice the word blue and moving on.
Oh my God. You wanna what you got? You wanna
So our pastor friend, the homie here in Brooklyn.
I can't call him the homie.
Okay, the hustler here in Brooklyn.
That fits a lot better.
What was his name again?
Dom, have you heard this story?
Let me see.
Whitehead is his last name. Something
Whitehead. Lamore Whitehead.
Lamore Whitehead. Bishop Lamore Whitehead. So he was in the news maybe about a month ago because he was robbed in his church while giving a sermon on live stream. Cats walked in there with weapons blazing and robbed dude as he was preaching. So that's how he made the news. He made the news again because he got pissed off at D.L. Hughley and wanted to challenge him to a, air quotes, celebrity boxing match. First of all, Mr. Whitehead, you are not a celebrity, but just keep it pushing. Second, and then now he made the news again. Church, he was on live stream yet again, and I guess there were some women that were maybe not paying attention or making noise or whatever the case was going on, and words were exchanged. And he was like, "Yo, you want to come up here and give the sermon or whatever?" And the woman walked up and was talking, and he's like, "This is in church
and live
and live." And the woman walks up, crosses by him, and she didn't go at him at all. And he grabbed her by the hair, and it sounded like he said, "Look, bitch." It's what it sounded like he said in the audio as he yoked her up, and then he proceeds to tell whoever was there to get her out of there. So here's the audio for.
Let's give Jesus a round of applause. Let's give Jesus a round of applause.
Agitated.
Now let's give Jesus a round of applause. While they take pictures and they want to be on social media, take the pictures. 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 Now go over here. Go over here.
Yokes out.
Grab her out. Grab her out. Now you're going to grab her out. Grab her out. Grab her out. Grab her out.
And then he walks back over to the pulpit and proceeds to try to go on like nothing happened.
In his flashy suit.
Right.
Amen. You're not gonna come in my space. I feel threatened.
I feel threatened.
Amen. Amen.
Why you keep saying amen?
Amen.
It don't make what
If
you
he's
did
forgiving,
okay.
he's trying to forgive himself.
It don't work that way. It
Trying
don't
to
work
justify
that way.
what he did, because then he said that the woman was walking towards his wife and child, and he was protecting them. And okay.
Ugh.
They both ultimately were arrested.
The woman was arrested too?
The woman was arrested for
what?
interrupting a service or a funeral or something like that. I guess apparently that's a law. Trespassing. And the charges were dropped against him. I think the charges still, are still pending for him.
Look, I really ain't got a whole lot new to say about this dude. I don't.
Yeah.
Look, my position was then and it is now. Be careful. No, because I messed that up before. Be thoughtful about who you follow. Be thoughtful about who you give your money and your loyalty to. Be thoughtful about who you line up behind in the name of whatever deity you pray to. Be thoughtful about that. Watch people, see how they move and see what they do.
Even
this
bigger
dude
than
is
that.
he's not moving like a man of God.
Yeah, nah. I can't. Man, there's so much I want to say.
I wonder if she's married. I wonder if she is married, or if she, or if she's got brothers, or or somebody that's gonna come talk to him about that.
I don't know.
And I'm not saying that anybody should. If you are related to her and you happen to see this video and you got that thought in your head, please don't do anything. However, I wonder if he thought about that when he started putting his hands on her.
Nah, I mean, I feel like they were familiar. They knew each other.
You think so?
Yeah, I think. I mean, he was comfortable enough to walk up and grab her like that.
Some guys feel entitled to do that.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking.
I feel entitled.
I haven't seen enough to say if he's familiar with her or not. But Dime, I agree with you. Like I think he felt entitled to do that because he is a man and she's a woman, and he in his space, he's not much bigger than her, but he's bigger than her.
Yeah, no. At some point, I feel like I've seen this character in a Martin Short movie or something. Like it's really cartoonish.
I was gonna say something real bad.
It's really, really, really cartoonish. Like this, the suits, the gaudy suits,
the gaudy jewelry,
all that. You know what I mean? And then, again, like I said, nothing against how he speaks, the street vernacular and relating, nothing to that, but it's just something about that dude's aura that comes off real foul. You know,
can't hide
like,
sloppy.
Yo, like he's slaying crack on the side type foul. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like one of the, what was it, the CMB brothers? We all we got.
His side hustle is slanging. You better stop.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway,
yeah.
Allegedly, anyway, like I said, he was, charges were dropped against him. No charges were, on him. And he gets to go, do it again, I guess. But man, I'm wondering if there's people in his congregation that's like, you know what? I'm not comfortable here.
I hope people
too much.
Exactly what you said. I hope people are like, yeah, I'm not good here. And they stop. They stop following him and giving him money and empowering him to do this nonsense, man.
Yeah. You want to know something though? I honestly think that he was probably okay before all of this transpired, but things probably changed when social media got involved.
Well, okay. Mike brought up that a quick Google shows that he was the subject of a lawsuit, basically,
Yes.
that he had allegedly swindled one of his members out of a large sum of money.
It was like 90,000.
Yeah, something like that.
Like
And-
$90,000 on a home purchase or something. She couldn't get the home. He was going to buy the home for her. He took the money and put it in a political campaign that failed and never gave her money back. Those are the allegations.
Wow.
Those are the
Right.
allegations.
So that's there. This is before, his church got robbed, before this, before he was in the spotlight, for any negative, any other negative stuff. So, like I said, we always, when there's smoke, there's fire, that doesn't necessarily always apply. But if it's like a lot of confusion surrounding a certain situation, it can't be good. It can't be good. And
Okay, on to lighter fare. Can we play this video of this granny?
which one?
I sent it to you on Instagram.
Let's give Jesus a round of applause.
Okay.
Is that your new sounder now? Does you give
Yeah,
Jesus
I'm
a round of
happy.
applause?
Yeah, I'll have to use that. On social media, taking pictures. Taking pictures. Okay, here she is.
You want a bed? Ain't nothing in the world better
Yes,
than
it is.
fucking.
Yes,
If they
it is.
made
No,
it, I don't
no.
know what it is.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well,
huh?
that's your opinion, and you got a right to it. But believe me when I tell you, when the time comes in that moment, it's nothing that ever been made better than that. When you hit that little spot,
Oh.
right. And ever. Amen.
All right. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to call.
First of all, I was not expecting that. This is okay, for folks that can't see this. This is a sweet old gray-haired black woman laying in her bed with, I'm setting the scene. She has lottery tickets and $20 laying on
with a Louis Vuitton scarf,
and she's on her blanket. So she's got her bed reclined up a little bit, and she's comfortable, and she looks so sincere when she says, "Listen, nothing in the world. Hold on, you got to hear it again. Ain't baby nothing in the world, but when I take these teeth out."
Oh no! That's too far.
I told him, hold on, baby. Let me move these dentures out the way so I can really do some damage.
Oh, Gabby, is his fault.
Remember Eddie Murphy? Remember Eddie Murphy as Granny?
Yes.
Drops.
As much as I tried to forget. Thank you for giving that back to me.
Oh,
Gabby,
boy.
it's T-Storm's fault.
Yeah. You gonna have that visual in your mind for the next week.
Oh,
Granny going, "Come here, young man. Hold on. You ain't never really had a seasoned woman, now, have you?"
I saw this. It took me aback. I couldn't stop laughing at it. Like this sweet old woman, the first thing out of her mouth is, "Ain't nothing in the world better than fucking." I was like, wait a minute.
Well,
I was like, wait a minute. What just happened?
Hold on, Grandma.
Say what you want. She ain't wrong. Wise words being spoken. You better listen to your elders.
Oh, oh my God.
Where, as the young folks say, where's the lie? I ain't gonna hold you.
Right, I ain't gonna hold you.
She's spitting.
Man.
Granny's spitting right now.
Literally.
Bars. Yeah, that was a double entendre. You caught
It was both funny and gross.
Okay. Here's something. This is more visual. I could play the audio, but it may not make sense. But I'm just going to read what the video says. So it's a young man in a hoodie, and it's all captions. It's all written. So talks about, hold up. So Mufasa dies, right? And there's Mufasa falling. But what happened to his body? Hyenas don't usually eat lions. And no other animals eat lions, except other lions. And then fast forward, and Scar is in the cave with a skull talking with the other hyenas. And a quick Google to look at what do lion skulls look like. It was exactly the skull that Scar had. So all these years, we did not know that Scar ate Mufasa.
Oh my God.
Here's what we did know all these years. Disney been on some bullshit.
Man.
Bing. Okay.
Yo, that blew my mind. Like who that's really dark.
Speaking of Disney, I'm sorry, and we didn't even set up to talk about this, but I remember seeing this during the week. So, it was all of the humbug about Halle Bailey, right?
Yes.
Being the Black Little Mermaid.
Yes.
A gentleman, and I don't know who this person was. I saw the post. I saw it in a news story. But some gentleman who is like a AI person, he's big in tech and AI, wrote a patch to turn Halle Bailey white to reflect Ariel. And people lost their collective. But my question is, why?
Okay.
You made the white girl black and they made the black girl white.
It's a lot of, we know this. So growing up black in this country, Mike and I were from a time where Happy Days was one of the biggest shows on television. I was celebrating these, and the Fonz was the toughest guy on TV, really. The leather jacket, and he would turn stuff on, and there was not one blackface ever portrayed on Happy Days that I remember.
There was one. I think there was one episode, and please correct me in the comments, but I think it was one episode surrounding a black guy, and the Fonz befriended him, and it was some crazy stuff going on. I have to Google search now, but go ahead.
That had to be way later, either before or after they jumped the shark. Then there was Friends, which was a direct ripoff of Living Single. Somebody, I think a comedian who told that joke. But they were performing all the themes. So it was on an award show that just happened. Was that Jamie? Was that Jamie Foxx? No, that was from SNL. Oh my God, from Atlanta. Keenan goes. They're singing the theme song for Friends and everything. And at the end of it, he goes, "Have you guys seen Living Single? I feel like you would really like it." But the point is that all these different shows, very rarely you'll be seeing the brown and black faces. So it was a normal thing. So now that, we're in a new era, trying to be more inclusive in Hollywood, and there's a certain section of, the population that hates that. They hated to see a black stormtrooper. It's fiction, guys. What are you talking about? It's not like we're portraying George Washington as a black man. Actually, that did happen in Hamilton, but that's not the point. What I'm saying is they don't want to see, it wants, there's a certain section of the company that wants things to remain the same, right? And any progress in the direction offends them. So to see this beautiful black sister as a mermaid is like, how, why? This is America. Mermaids are white. What are you doing? But here's something that I heard, and I'm going to repeat it. I don't know who to give credit for this to, but I saw this post that said, as many Africans that y'all threw into the ocean, you don't think there's any black mermaids? Really?
That's
horrible. It's the God one for me. They was like, y'all mad about mermaids. The whole time God is black.
Right. wait till you get to see her. Wait till you see her. Like, God is a her? Wait a minute. What is?
Look, I made my feelings on this known. I just think when you start either race or gender swapping characters, you can't get mad when somebody either race or gender swaps it back. Like, why you can't be mad. They just did exactly what you did. So
not exactly. They have a whole person playing the role. They didn't change the color. They didn't change the skin of, an actress. They just, it's the character. It was a different concept. It's like what film is it? The Will Smith movie. I believe that was actually written for a white person.
Which movie?
The one that takes place in New York. I Am Legend. It was actually supposed to be a white lead. Will Smith was the best for the role, and they went with it, and then it became, what it became. I don't think there's anything wrong, especially when it comes to fiction. I mean, they're talking about having a black James Bond. What's wrong with that?
So let's back up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I Am Legend, was that an adaptation of a book, or was that a screenplay?
It was a book. I believe it was a book, and then became a movie, became a screenplay.
Okay.
I don't recall. I don't. Actually, no. Wait. No, go back. I Am Legend. There was a film. It was a film. It was all white actors, and because they were vampires in the thing, and if I remember correctly, the doctor was trying to fix the kind of vampirish people when they didn't want to be fixed. They were, when really the monster was the doctor. But they made a movie of it. They did do a movie.
I Am Legend is a 1954 post-apocalyptic horror novel by American writer Richard Matheson that was influential in the modern development of zombie and vampire literature.
Right. So in any case, I mean, it's fiction.
Look,
how you gonna be mad at
double standard?
If I wrote a book, if I wrote a book, and I wrote the main characters as African Americans or Jamaican or African, and someone came along and adapted my book to make a movie or a television show, and they made all of the characters white, I would have a problem with that.
Okay, I mean,
does that make me racist or wrong?
Okay, all right. Well, riddle me this: John Wayne as a what did he play? Okay.
Look, I saw a TikTok
bunch of movies.
It's a bunch of them.
A bunch of movies with white actors portraying other races, Asians,
and it's not okay. I would never defend that. I would never defend it by saying it's okay, because it's not okay. And
but also, they're the ones that are in charge of Hollywood, so it's been going on. So it'll be different.
Correct. You have to put it in the time, though. You have to put it in the time in which it happened. It's not right. I don't stand behind it. Don't think it's okay, no matter what time frame it's in. But we have progressed, right? So we can't now, with the sensibilities we have now, look back then and expect those sensibilities to have existed at that time. They
was
don't,
wrong
or they
then.
didn't.
It was wrong then. It's not like Hollywood was giving, people of color opportunities to act.
So if it's not okay for Johnny Depp to play a Native American person in, what was that, the Lone Ranger movie. Why is it okay for Halle Bailey to play a Caucasian person in Little Mermaid?
First of all,
it's still race switching.
It's not, because the Little Mermaid was neither white nor black. She's a fucking mermaid.
She was a redhead, which there's a contingent of redheads who are like, we had one thing and you took it from us, which I think they might be joking just a little bit.
Yeah.
Her hair's kind of giving a little red. It's just like burgundy, copper.
And she has locks.
Yeah,
you say copper?
Giving copper. Let's start there.
Halle Bailey's character has locks. The original Little Mermaid did not have locks.
Did not. The original Little Mermaid was a cartoon, and it is fiction. I mean, there was nothing wrong with what was the Robin Williams and Will Smith movie? Well, it was Robin Williams cartoon film.
The Aladdin.
And then Will Smith.
That person, they both played a blue person.
Yeah, but he wasn't really.
Will Smith did blue face.
It wasn't out. It wasn't blue the entire time. But in any case, the actors that portrayed that were in the animated version, there were none of color. And we're talking about, this was in the Middle East.
In Aladdin?
Yes.
They were all of color. What do you mean?
No. The actors themselves, the people that voiced those characters, there were none of color at all. So again, that's like, that's digital blackface.
Okay. Okay. Look, now I think we might. I think
Don,
you're trolling me.
I'm trying to.
You're trolling me now. That's what you're doing.
Cleveland. The Cleveland show was a white actor.
Is a white guy, yeah.
It's a white guy.
He voiced the hell out of Cleveland, though. I got to give him his props. I did not know he was a white guy.
But at one point, does it become offensive?
Not to me.
Darren?
Not to me. When you start talking about cartoon voices, nah, it doesn't bother me.
No, I love the way things are going. I love the way things are progressing with movies, race switching, all of it. I love it. I love it all.
I do too. I think they all.
I love that the Little Mermaid has locks.
Yes. I mean, because the other side of it is too. I mean, and the other side of it, of course, is especially for children to see, to see their representative, on the screen, and you it has. You can't imagine what it does for self-esteem.
Yes.
And
to see the videos of that, amazing.
Yeah. Somebody put in their timeline. There's a video. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. He's like on my timeline right now. Everybody setting their kids down to watch the Little Mermaid trailer. He's like, this is a grown man.
Baby, look at the screen.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
What you see?
This is a dude in a wig and a loose shirt.
He looked crazy as hell.
It's water, mama.
What else you see, baby?
They're turtles.
What channel is it, baby?
It's Disney. It's Disney, mama. It's Disney.
Okay, now pay attention.
That's a mermaid, mama. It's a mermaid.
Yeah, baby, it is a mermaid. But what mermaid is it? Pay attention now.
He's just sitting there eating candy. It's hilarious.
Ariel. It's Ariel, mama.
I can't.
So
terrible.
Circling back, there was a black character, a series regular on Happy Days. Sticks. Bill Sticks Downey.
Okay, when did he start?
The Fonz hired him to play drums in Richie's band.
How long? Okay, so he was a drummer in Richie's band. What season?
Oh, I don't know.
That would be the telltale. Because if it was season 1, that's different.
Oh, I doubt very seriously it was season 2. I mean, season 1, rather.
I don't think it was season 2 either. It was way down the road. Any old folks like us that remember Happy Days, that
people are like, what the hell is Happy Days?
Don is looking at us both like, how old are these guys?
Look, the only thing I done heard of is Happy Feet.
I know the song Happy.
Right.
I don't know what the hell you got. There once was a show with all white. You know what? Just Google it. I don't want to. It has the most spinoffs. It's like in the world, almost like in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most spinoffs. So there's a bunch of different shows that spun off from that show. So Happy Days was Vern and Shirley. There was Mork and Mindy. There was Joni Loves Chachi. There was a whole bunch of shows that spawned from that one show. And it was a period piece. It took place in the 50s, 40s,
like
40s, 50s, something like that. The leather jacket look, the motorcycles, when everybody called soda pop and not just Atlanta. It was one of those, set
We
back
say
then.
cold drink. I say cold drink where I'm from.
Were you cold drink. You from the Midwest?
I'm from Tennessee. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, Nashville, cold drink.
Oh, and they did a whole episode on racial intolerance. One whole episode in 1974. They really tackled that issue. I can't find how many episodes he was in, but if you look up their pictures, so he was in multiple ones. Yeah, Sticks, ladies and gentlemen. And if you ever wonder where the phrase "jump the shark" came from this show where he literally jumped over a shark. And that was marked the end of that television series being good.
Right. It didn't end for some years later.
But everything else after it was garbage.
Yeah. Don, what's this song about?
When I was feeling you, that might be a thing. That might be a link.
What is a munch?
I don't know. That sounds like some New York stuff, but I can dig that first line. You thought I was feeling you? No, I'm not. I'm not.
I forget the sister's name. She got a joint right now that that's been quoted for all over the interwebs. If you see somebody go, you think I was feeling you? It's quoting her. She can actually spit. Cute girl.
Yeah.
And
her name Lady London, I think.
Something like that. Yeah. Lady London. Yeah. And the joint is kind of tough. And she goes on, like she's talking about the kind of guys she like and all that type of shit. It's like it's one of these joints that,
subject matter is not my thing, but I did watch a couple videos of her, and I'm hard on new rap. She had bars. I couldn't say nothing. She had bars. I was like, okay,
yeah, she spit.
Do you?
She spit.
Do you, little mama?
Before we bounce out of here, two things I want to touch on real quick. Our good friend and brother Shaka Zulu, we had discussed earlier in the summer, he was the victim of assault. Let's just call it what it is: assault and attempted murder, basically, in which he was shot and hospitalized and had several surgeries to restore him back to health, and he's doing a lot better now. But people that shot him, he returned fire. One person perished. That was part of the mob that was jumping him.
I think it was 4 men total. One passed, and another was injured.
Okay. News just broke that Atlanta has charged Chaka with, I guess, murder.
Yes.
He turned himself in and bonded out the same day. But it's really ridiculous because he was, as the facts, and this is just going by the facts. He was at his place of business. He was legally armed. He was assaulted and beat up and stomped and kicked and then shot at. Then he returned fire. I don't understand the logic and what was add further. Okay, so you have to charge him, right? But the dudes that shot at him and tried to kill him, there's no charges to them as of yet?
As of yet.
Ridiculous.
At the time of this recording, no, there are no charges.
That's really ridiculous. And it's really unfortunate that Chaka's going through this, but I have complete faith and belief that he'll make it through. Because I mean, Chuck is not this. He's not that kind of dude.
He's not that guy.
The pop.
We've
off
both
type
known him
of-
for a very long time. He's more of the
Yeah.
person to stop something from going down than to be in the midst of something going down.
Right.
But officially, he was charged with murder, aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, and simple battery after a late night shooting in Buckhead. That he was also a victim of. It's crazy. It's crazy. But look, here's a long, and I know you want to get to the statement from the lawyer, and I'll let you tackle that. But the long and the short of it is this, and I've come on here, and I probably wouldn't put myself in the category of pro 2A. But look, as long as somebody else got a gun, I want one. If everybody ain't gonna have none, you can have mine. So if that make me 2A, then that make me 2A. But the reality of it is, when you use your weapon, you will have to answer for that legally. They're not going to look at you and say, oh, okay, we get it. And you go on your merry way. That's just how life works, even if it's unfair. So, just for the law abiding people who want to protect themselves and their family, got to keep that in mind, right? That's got to be the last resort.
I mean, this is one of them cases where
in the way I see it, it was the last resort.
Yeah, but I can think of at least there's at least two cases that's happened where someone has discharged a weapon, person lost their life, and they were allowed to go home.
Which is crazy.
George Zimmerman comes to mind.
That's Florida, different laws in Florida. I think I'm speaking mainly for Georgia and Atlanta because I'm here.
Okay. I'm
Georgia
speaking
is a wild place.
in general.
Laws,
but there was a statement released by Chaka's lawyer, and I quote, Mr. Chaka Zulu, a beloved son of the city of Atlanta, is disappointed in the Atlanta Police Department's decision to bring charges against him surrounding the shooting that occurred in June 2022. A close review of all of the evidence, including the surveillance footage and eyewitness interviews, revealed that Mr. Zulu was attacked and jumped from behind by a gang of at least 4 individuals, sadly, including the descendant. Did I say that right? Descendant? Decedent. Okay. And was forced to defend himself after the gang repeatedly stomped, punched, and kicked him while he was on the ground in a defenseless posture. Mr. Zulu was shot in the back during the shooting and nearly lost his life, and is still recovering from the nearly fatal injuries he sustained that evening. Mr. Zulu was at his place of business that night and had every right to defend himself. In an attempt to save his life, Mr. Zulu lawfully discharged his weapon in self-defense, a weapon that he was licensed to carry. Mr. Zulu fully cooperated with the law enforcement officials and their investigation and voluntarily turned himself in once he learned of the arrest warrants. Mr. Zulu remains confident that his name will be cleared of these charges through the judicial process. It's not lost on Mr. Zulu that someone lost his life, but had Zulu not lawfully defended himself, he would have been killed that night, unquote. Statement from Kay Banks of Banks Weaver Legal Counsel for Mr. Zulu.
I mean, obviously, we'll be watching and following this story.
Yeah. And I believe it'll shake out in his favor, but it's going to be a fight.
Yes.
It's going to be a fight, and it ain't going to be easy. But like I said, I'm confident he'll be fine. But we are, Chaka, we standing with you, brother, and we, our prayers are with you, and we're here for you, man.
For sure.
Yeah. Lastly, we don't normally speak on politics here, but I came across some fire on the interwebs.
Oh boy!
I think you will appreciate this.
Oh boy!
You think I was feeling you? You think that was dope? Check this out. It's a white-haired old white woman.
Hey, Utah District 12, listen up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome. Love God and family and the Constitution. I tried to get another conservative to run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done. I'm pro-religious freedom, pro-life, pro-police, the right to bear arms and the right to free speech. I want less government control and regulation, want to stop and expose all political corruption, where's integrity, morality, accountability.
I can't take it.
Yo.
We have the diabolical, complete opposite of the sweet old black woman that let us know what's the best thing in the world. Here is the worst thing in the world.
Look, say what you want.
President.
I want to see Jay-Z rhyme Constitution.
Okay, because she did that. And
she did
That was a delayed buzzer because that was terrible.
She ain't got no friends.
Who let her do this?
She ain't got no friends.
And the beat, they had to slow it down because that wasn't even right.
And then she's dancing. She got choreography. Only thing she didn't do was bust it.
You think she wrote it?
She had ghostwriters. There's another lame old white woman that was like, you know what, Linda Paulson, I got you.
I got you. Let me knock this out.
The guy who recorded the reference for her then? What did they sound like?
Who recorded the video and wasn't laughing is the question.
Do you know how hard I'm fighting back jokes on this? I am.
This is the time. This is the time to let him go, man.
No.
All right. Okay, give me
look,
one.
I'm gonna catch enough flack for the Black Mermaid thing. I'm not finna come in with these jokes on.
Give me one joke for the audio version that the video version won't hear.
You know, if I say it, I'm gonna leave it in. I can't. I'm already gonna get enough heat. That's enough heat for one show for me. Yeah.
You're like Trump. You don't pull out. Is that what it is?
Oh man.
You, Trump, and Nick Cannon.
Speaking of football, he has a team, honey.
Man, yeah, we have discussed Mr. Cannon.
You got starters and bench warmers. Oh my God. I'm not gonna do it.
Dom, thank you for hanging with us, yo.
Yes.
It's been an absolute pleasure. So tell everybody how they can find you.
So personally, my personal page is at Out of Your League. So it's OUTOF_LEAGUE2.
Right.
And then my Trifecta Girls, we have our actual group page with our football information and all the fun stuff at Big Trifecta.
Right.
Wait, so out of your league?
2. Out of your league 2 is me.
2. Who's one?
Well, I was one, but I deleted my first Instagram years ago and remade it. So I had to put the 2 there.
Yeah, so much questionable. Okay, now.
I love that the name. I love that the name is like keeping a bunch of dudes off rip. Rip. Just read the IG handle, bruh.
Right.
Before you DM, read the name.
read the name. Don't make me tackle you.
Please.
You think I'm feeling you?
My DMs anyway.
But I was feeling you? Hey. Ah! God damn. Got him. Yeah, folks.
Ain't no not to be in my DMs, no way.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Not mad at you.
Right.
Not mad at you.
Yeah. Make sure you check out Dime and the Atlanta Phoenix. They out there busting ass. So check the game and support them sisters. All right.
Yes.
Folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you haven't already subscribed, pass it on, comment, talk to us. Talk to me nice. Did I say it right? That's it? That's all right?
Yeah, but you know they're gonna talk to you sideways anyway. It's all
that was my phone. Talk to me nice. New York. Okay, sorry. Y'all peace.